How's it going, guys? Cameron here, the Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another video. This is like my 10th time trying to shoot this video. Having issues with my camera position, having issues with my Yeti mic cutting out, all the rest of it. So let's just try this one more time. So, good to be back in front of the camera. I have been here. It's just the last two videos I've put out were Xbox 360 centric. And those videos, they done good. They done good. And I wanted to let those videos marinate and respond to the comments as best as I could before I put out another video. I've been busy lately. I've been dealing with some car-related issues with a few of my vehicles in my fleet. I'm not going to get into specifics here, but it's been keeping me a little bit preoccupied, to be quite honest with you. I have been gaming. I picked up Killzone 2 for the PS3, which we will get into a little bit more later on in the video here, because that's really the basis for today's video, talking about the PS3, not Killzone, as I twirl this around. But the Xbox 360, I wanted to talk about it again. It is the topic of conversation. A lot of people out there, a lot of YouTubers don't like my take on it, but my opinion on it, and I have the right to an opinion, is a lot of the YouTubers out there, a lot of the usual suspects, obviously saw that the Xbox 360 is on, the e-store, is on its way out. It's going to be shut down soon. And a lot of these YouTubers saw it as an opportunity to create content for their channel. Now, I've been putting out some Xbox 360 content, but you guys know it's not that I'm joking, but I'm just having a little bit of fun with it because everyone else seems to be putting out all this 360 content. So I put it out just for shits and giggles. But today, this is a serious video somewhat. So yeah, so Xbox 360, the store is shutting down. So a lot of YouTubers thought it would be a great idea to put out it's closing, get these digital games while you can. Those videos are actually fine. I don't have an issue with those videos. The issue I have is that a lot of these YouTubers, not all, would put out videos trying to create this sort of a false narrative, trying to create this sense of urgency to go out and buy the physical copy of a lot of these Xbox 360 games, and that's what caused the prices of a lot of these 360 games to go through the roof. But as I mentioned in my previous videos, a lot of the Xbox 360 and PS3 games and Nintendo Wii games have been expensive for the last 6 or 7 years. It's nothing new. The premium titles, the ones that are more common, like the Guns, the Red Dead Redemptions, the Max Payne 3s, the Fallout 3s, Gears of War, those have all been, $5, $10 up until this point, and those games are still $5 to $10. So yeah, there's a lot of 360 games out there that aren't going to go up in price regardless of what these YouTubers say. However, it kind of got me thinking as I did pick up Killzone 2. Funny story behind this is I've seen this game a lot over the years and I never picked it up because I looked at the artwork. I'm like, this is another Call of Duty clone. It's a, what would you call it? A squad-based first-person military shooter. I'm like, not really, no thanks. And then John Linneman from Digital Foundry was talking about Killzone on his Twitter, and when I saw this at the thrift store, and I had a 30% off coupon, this was $5.99, so take 30% off. I paid next to nothing for this, folks. They had Killzone 2 and they had Killzone 3 there, and I looked at the cover art, and I'm like, Killzone 2 looks like it's got a cooler cover art, and I brought it home. And then unbeknownst to me, Linneman was talking about Killzone on the PS4, which I believe was a launch title. Came out around 2013. But doing a little bit more research, a lot of people out there would suggest that Killzone 2 is the best in the series. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Not going to really get into it here too much. But the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because we're seeing this resurgence right now with the Xbox 360, especially with the physical games going up in price. This isn't so much a question because I think we already know the answer, but are you guys prepared for what we're seeing right now to happen again once Sony announces that the PS3 store is going to go down, because we're going to get hit with a swarm of PS3, oh my god, the store is closing videos. And, the games are going to shoot up in price. As far as the games shooting up in price is concerned, luckily, I have all the games pretty much that I've wanted for the respective collections. I don't have as many PS3 games as Xbox 360, but if the games are going to go up in price, not that I have any intentions on selling my collection, but it's cool to know that my collection's going up in value. That's cool. But are you guys prepared for this to happen with the PS3? Have you guys looked into the cost of PS3 games? Have those games gone up in price as well with the 360 games? Have you thought about going out and getting all of the PS3 games that you don't yet have in your collection before they spike in price? These are questions that need to be answered, folks. Are you prepared to pay $30 for Killzone 2? Honestly, I don't know. I don't really have a dog in this fight, to be honest with you. I'm at a stage in my life, and I'm not saying this to brag, but like, even if this was $30, if I really wanted it, I could buy it. It's not really a big problem. Do I want to pay $30 for Killzone 2? No. But I'm beyond the point of trying to nickel and dime my way through my collection. At this point, if I don't have a game that I want, I'm probably going to have to pay a lot more. No, I was going to say a little more, but no, let's be honest here. A lot more if I'm going to get the games that I need. I can think off the top of my head, one that I need is the Saw game, which you could get for the 360, and I think it was on the PS3 as well. I've been having a devil of a time trying to find that. Most places are asking a king's ransom for that game. So, if I have to pay $100 for it, I'm going to have to pay $100 for it. But yeah, I just wanted to sort of put the feelers out there because, again, everybody's talking about Xbox 360. Everybody's all hot and horny over it. And nobody's really, to my knowledge, talking about the PS3 right now the same way. But we know it's inevitable. Again, once the PS3 store it's announced, we get a solid date as to when that store is going down, we are going to get fucking slammed with PS3 videos in our feeds. So, I mean, in one end, I don't mind it because I really do enjoy watching videos about PS3 and Xbox 360 because those are some of my. I've talked about it before on the channel. And like for the longest time, I thought the 6th gen was the best gen. But I don't know anymore. I think maybe it was the 7th gen that was the best gen, to be honest with you. And I do really like my PS3 a lot. I use the PS3 mostly for the exclusives. But I find the PS3, I know we're getting off topic here, but the games have more of a cinematic, almost like a movie-like presentation, I find. Whereas the Xbox 360 is a little bit more rough around the edges. But I do prefer the Xbox 360 controller over the PS3. Even though some games with the PS3, if done right, the gyro motion, like in this game, is done really well. Anyways, going off the rails, trying to bring it back to the talking point here about the PS3 and the Xbox 360. I just sort of want to get it out there. You guys... Has it been on your mind? Are you worried about it? Are you guys looking for PS3 games at the moment? I certainly have been thinking about it the last couple of weeks, and I really wanted to put out a video on it. So I might just sort of walk away from the 360. Like, I'm done the 360. I'm done. I say that, but there's always another game that I'm looking at. But I might just have to just sort of walk away from the 360, and whatever games I was thinking about getting, maybe just get it for the PS3. Because at this point, I was watching Gaming Off the Grid's latest video, and I guess you guys over in the US, when you go to GameStop, you can still buy 360 and PS3 games. It's not like that in Canada. In Canada here, when the Xbox One and the PS4 came out in 2013, you could go into GameStop and they were liquidating all the old PS3 and Xbox 360 games. And that went on for like a year and a half, 2 years. Now, you can't buy You can't buy PS3 and Xbox 360 games. That was years ago. That was years ago. But Wes went into GameStop and he picked up some Spider-Man game, and I think he said he paid $59.99 USD for it. And I'm shaking my head. I'm scratching my head. I'm thinking, you went into GameStop and you paid $60 plus tax, almost $70 for a PS3 game, a Spider-Man game. How is that a good deal? But apparently this is a really sought after Spider-Man game. Shattered Dimensions? Shattered Dimensions, is that what it is? Didn't know anything about it. That's crazy. So the game must be worth like $100. I don't know. But that's it. I don't have much else to say about it. It's been on my mind. I'm just really curious as to if and when we're gonna see a huge spike in the cost of PS3, and it'll be interesting to see too if and when the PS3 and the 360 plateaus, and maybe the prices will go back down in price, because the PS2 and the original Xbox, those games have really gone up in price over the last couple of years. But for the most part, a lot of those games can be had dirt cheap even to this day. So you'd be curious to see if this is just sort of like a brief momentum shift, and maybe after all the hoopla dies down, maybe the game prices will go back down again. But I'm almost certain if you go onto the classifieds, you'll be able to find people out there that are still trying to get rid of PS3 and Xbox 360 games. Because for a while there, like, you go onto the classifieds and people could not get rid of those games for free if they were to try to get rid of them. That's just how it was. You know, when I'll say this and we'll end it here, but like, for a long time, like, nobody really wanted Xbox 360 and PS3 games, because once the PS4 and the Xbox One came out, and then even the newer consoles, a lot of people out there, not people in the retro community that watch our videos here on YouTube, but people in the real world, and they ain't playing Xbox 360. They're not playing PS3. No way. These days, if you've got an Xbox One or a PS4, people are looking at you like what decade are you living in? So that's it. I'm gonna cut it off there. My next video, it will be a review of Killzone 2. Now, I did start playing 13 on the Xbox, on the original Xbox, and I gotta say, I'm not gonna talk about it here too much, but it is really good. Really good. I got into it the other night and I couldn't put it down. Don't care much for the story, but the game's awesome. Really enjoying it. But Killzone 2, about halfway done it, and I am interested in putting out a review on this. So stay tuned for that over the next couple of days. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you're all doing well. I know it is fucking hot out there, at least up in Canada here. It's been hot the last week and a half. So anyways, if you got pets, make sure they're inside. Make sure you're keeping them cool. And until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a good night.